We're here at Congressional Black Caucus Foundation's annual conference, and what a lot of people don't realize is that even though there are a lot of sessions being had, there's some amazing vendors here. There are a lot of information tables, so I had to snatch this up. So we're talking for the first time, but I was like, nope, no, come talk to me. This is Caleen Allen. She is the Vice President, Communications and National Partnerships with Sisters Network Incorporated. Thank you for coming on to AURN today.
Thank you, Ebony, for having me and making time.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of times we talk about policy, but there's some nitty-gritty issues that we need to get into. And your organization, you are National African American Breast Cancer Survivorship Organization.
Absolutely. So Sisters Network is the pioneer in the Black breast cancer movement. We've been around since 1994. We're headquartered in Houston, but we have 30 survivor-run chapters around the country. So those boots on the ground are survivors who are advocating, educating, and providing resources to the ladies directly in their community.
I love this. Let's do some real rapid spitfire.
Yes, ma'am.
What do people get wrong about breast cancer in African Americans?
The first thing is that I don't think they really understand the crisis that our black women, our sisters, are facing. Number one, 40% of black women are dying from breast cancer as compared to other ethnic groups. Number two, black women who are under 35 are 2 times more likely to be diagnosed with breast cancer and 3 times more likely to die. I know, hold up, exactly. It's staggering.
Okay, keep doing the facts. I got to come back to that. So that's, okay, go ahead.
You know, when it comes to triple negative breast cancer, a lot of people have heard about that particular cancer.
Yes.
It's one of the more aggressive. We are more likely to get that particular cancer. So we're being diagnosed younger, we're being diagnosed more frequently, and we're dying more frequently. So we as an organization coined it in 2021 that we have a black breast cancer crisis. When we have this many black women who are disproportionately dying from breast cancer as compared to other women, we've got a crisis. So we need our sisters to make their health a top priority. We know that black women are the anchor to the community, to their community, to their homes, to their families. But a lot of times we'll put off taking care of our screenings and, you know, making sure that our health is right, whether it's breast, whether it's, you know, colon, whatever. We need to make sure that we're on top of our screenings. COVID didn't help. That pushed us back. We're still getting caught up from that, believe it or not. And so we need our women to get their screenings, because early detection is not a slogan. It truly can save your life.
Because while you were talking, I'm like, okay, what's the why? Like, why is this happening? Why? It's not because we're black.
No, it's
why?
Well,
What's the
part
why?
of it can be part of our DNA. They're still not sure exactly why, but what is happening is, since we're getting more of the aggressive tumors, the guidelines say get your first mammogram at 40, right?
Yes.
And so when we're getting we're finding our diagnoses earlier, but we're not told to go until 40, it's almost a perfect storm in your body. And remember, you're in childbearing time. So tumors feed off the hormone, and so it's a disaster. So when our women who may have had a tumor, who are not in tune with their body, or maybe are being gaslight, you know, when they're going to their doctors and they find
that part right there, where you go matters.
Where you go matters. So if you go somewhere and someone says you're too young or you don't have a family history, don't worry about it, let's watch. We're not watching anything. We're going to get a biopsy. We're going to get an ultrasound. We're going to get an MRI if that's needed. But we want to get the answer so that we can get the treatment early, because you can survive breast cancer, but the key is early detection. So as I was saying, the younger women, if they find a lump or they don't know they have a lump because they haven't been in tune with their bodies as they should, by the time they go get their first mammogram at 40, as told, you're stage 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
And that is why our numbers for death rate are so high.
This issue really came to my attention. So when I married, we raised my niece, my husband's niece, because her mother passed away from breast cancer a year actually before I met my husband. And so it's always been something in the back of my mind. And not too long after we married, I found a mass, like a couple of masses in my breast. And so I went. I wasn't 40 yet. The doctor said, "Oh, your breasts are very dense, so you have to have a diagnostic." I had never in my life heard of a diagnostic mammogram. I didn't even know what dense breasts mean, because I don't go around. I don't know what other people's breasts feel like. I'm like,
and
everything felt like, I was like, is this a lump? Is this a lump? Is that a lump? And so it's sad, because a lot of times, and I was talking to my mother about this, we as women, we weren't always taught about our bodies, and we don't always know what to look for or to ask until something happens.
Right.
So now I know to ask for a diagnostic mammogram.
Absolutely. And ask for an ultrasound if you need one. You know, push until you get what you need.
Because some will tell you no.
Some will tell you no, and it's your right to ask for that and ask your doctor, your general practitioner or your gynecologist, whoever's writing the order, say that you would like to have an ultrasound because you have some concerns about the lumpiness and you want to check further. We have white coat syndrome as a community that if the doctor says no, then we stop there. And I'm not saying that every doctor is not in our corner, but there's been
Trust
too many...
and verify.
Trust and verify, exactly. And it's your right to advocate for yourself because your life depends on it.
I love that. Before we go,
Sure.
What is the hope? What is the hope that you can give to people who may be watching this?
Our hope is that our sisters get up and get screened.
Yes.
That they come to Sisters Network. You can go to sistersnetworkinc.org. We've been around since 1994.
What do people get when they go to Sisters Network? What are the offerings?
You're getting educational information. We have webinars. You can find out if we have a chapter in your community. If we do not, we will hook you up with an ambassador in a city that you are in. But we are here to help you navigate breast health, breast cancer, so that you are making sure that your health is a top priority. We make time for our hair, we make time for our nails, we make time for our fits, our get ready for the day outfit. But we're not making time for our health. Let's do it, ladies. We owe it to ourselves, we owe it to our families.
I want everyone to go to Sisters Network Inc. This is an amazing organization.
Thank you.
Caleen, thank you so much. I got to have you back on.
Oh,
you got me thinking.
Anytime.
And those who need support, who need information,
Absolutely.
Make sure you check them out and go to their website, sistersnetworkinc.org.
We're here to help, and any survivor who's needing financial assistance, we have the Karen E. Jackson Financial Assistance Program, where we provide financial assistance to survivors who are in active treatment nationwide, as well as we have the early detection side where we pay for mammograms, 3D only. Mrs. Jackson, who's the founder and CEO, she's a 4-time 31-year survivor.
Woo!
She's adamant that the 2Ds are okay, but the 3D is the latest grace,
Baby.
and that is all she's going to pay for the ladies who come to Sisters Network.
I love it. Sisters Network. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Caleen. Look forward to having you back on.
Likewise. Thank you.
Absolutely.